G'day, welcome to Thank You White Knights. Well, I got to say, after reading Rudd Cocky's Bush, all G-14 nations turn to LaRouches New Bretton Woods. This is on cecaust.com.au. A media release on the 7th of October 2008. Wow. Just quick summary on what this is all about is that actually I'll just read it. Bush-Paulson $700 billion bailout had an immediate impact on Monday. Just get this set up. Crashing markets all around the world. In Australia, hundreds of thousands of retirees and pre-retirees have now joined farmers, mortgage-stressed homeowners and pensioners as victims of the economic collapse, having lost hundreds of billions of dollars in superannuation. Yet what is our government doing? Kevin Rudd is taking his lead on the dumbest president in history. Save the bankers and screw the people. The government that can only watch fuel prices, food prices, homeowners and pensioners bends over backwards for bankers. Is this what you expected when you voted for him? The only approach that will save the people from ruin and a new dark age is Lyndon LaRouche's proposal for a complete reorganization of the financial system, which is premised on the understanding that there is no way that the financial system in its present form can be saved. By contrast to Rudd and his leader, Bush, many other nations, particularly in Europe, are turning to LaRouches New Bretton Woods reorganization. On Sunday evening, Russian national TV's Vesti Nedele News of the Week program, watched by 70 million viewers, chose to broadcast LaRouche elaborating on his Rooseveltian New Bretton Woods proposal as the solution to the international crisis. This system in its present form is virtually extinct. This system will not live out probably this year. By the first of the year, we may have a broken down international financial monetary system. The question is, what is the alternative to a collapse? It means a reorganization on an emergency basis of the entire international monetary financial system. It would require that the United States would have to go to the three largest nations outside itself, which would be Russia, China, and India. If they agree on reorganizing the international financial monetary system, we could solve the problem. This would mean going to a Roosevelt approach, to a kind of new Bretton Woods system. French President Nicolas Sarkozy is leading moves in Europe to scrap the deadly constraints which the Maastricht Treaty imposes on the national governments of Europe and initiate a government-run Roosevelt-style reorganization of the financial system. His initiative is being taken up by the G-14, which includes the G8 and China, India, South Africa, Brazil, Mexico, and sometimes South Korea, Australia, or Nigeria. LaRouche commented, "There's a complete coincidence between what the Russian TV quoted from me and the policy and the circumstances of the policy that has now essentially gone through in Europe as the outlook of Europe, and that is coming out of the G-14 grouping." So the whole G-14, implicitly, by this broadcast and by the things coming from France and so forth, is saying that the entire system is going through reorganization. and that it's going towards a Roosevelt-style system, a Roosevelt-style reform. The Europeans are acting. They're acting their way, not my way, but their way. That's what is happening. There is an agreement that the present IMF system is implicitly dead, that we're going back to something like the Roosevelt system. And that is coming from sources such as the President of France. It involves not just Europe, it involves also the G-14. Australians must decide, Bush or LaRouche, bankers or the people. We must insist that the Rudd government stop copying the Bush banker bailout policy and reach out to collaborate with the G-14 moves to reorganise the system. What you can do. The first step in a reorganisation must be an emergency firewall to protect the people. This is the intention of the Homeowners and Bank Protection Bill. Read the petition. Sign it and fax it to your federal MP this week. A LaRouche Youth Movement / Citizens Electoral Council delegation will be in Canberra next week to meet MPs and push for the bill to be tabled in Parliament. And, okay, my summary on this and what I'm seeing happening is I'm just going to put it in another YouTube. I might just call it my summary on what's going on right now. It's pretty amazing stuff when you join the dots. Thank you, White Knights.